On Sunday, November 21st, 2021, it seemed like any other day for the golfers at the Lightcliff Golf Club in West Yorkshire, England, except for the fact that while they were out in the green, two large black pigs ran out of the woods and galloped full speed at the golfers, charging them and knocking over a couple of bags. And one golfer who was not slick enough or fast enough to get away received injury after a tusk cut his leg. He had to go to the hospital and get a tetanus shot. And then after the pigs were done, they ran off into the woods, not to be seen again. Well, at least for a couple of weeks. And then this occurred in much the same way. Golfers were out on the 18th green. The pigs came out, charged them, and one of the golfers had the nerve to actually try to shoo them off. And he likewise got tusked in the leg and had to go to the hospital, like the last guy did, and get a tetanus shot. So they closed the course down until police could round the pigs up and relocate them to a more suitable location. You know, one that would be more accommodating for pigs, right? Well, we all have pigs in our life, don't we? Pigs do what they do because that's their nature. They're obnoxious. They wreak havoc. They cause destruction. Not to mention they can be kind of tasty, but nevertheless, that's not what I'm focused on here. What I'm focused on is the fact that pigs do what pigs do because that's what pigs do. Can you think of anybody right now that you would classify as a pig? No, I'm not being harsh. I'm being realistic. There's a lot of people like that out there that we can describe in much the same way. They come out of nowhere. They take over. They wreak havoc. And people who try to stop them receive injury. There are people that can round them up who are more equipped for that kind of thing, trained for it. But if you are not the right person to deal with them in the right way, you'll receive not only possible injury, but insult, embarrassment. And then you come to the realization, well, I should have known I was messing with a pig. And so this reminds me very much of a quote by George Bernard Shaw. He said, "Never wrestle with pigs. You get dirty, and besides, the pigs like it." Have you ever wrestled with pigs in the mud? Gotten it all over yourself? You walk away stinking just like they do, looking just like they do. Be very careful of who you engage with when something is off kilter, when somebody is misplaced, they're not in the right environment, and they seem to, they really do, cause something to well up inside of us and make us want to take action and remove them ourselves. We're not always the right person. Be careful. Be careful about that. Know what you're dealing with. Know how to identify them. It's not hard. They stink. These two-legged pigs we're talking about, they stink. They are muddy, and for sport, they just do what they do, and that's it. I mean, really, honestly, it's not any more complex than that. You don't need to go to a psychology class to figure this stuff out. You don't need some fatherly sage to tell you this, but then again, maybe you do, and I'm not the guy. I'm just trying to send a shot across the bow and give you some kind of warning that you might be dealing with that right now, and you need to think twice. So don't get in the pit with them. If you find them in your environment, stay the heck away from. Know who to keep your distance from. Give it time. It'll turn around. It'll turn around. And don't think that you can understand for 1 minute why they ever showed up to begin with. It's just what they do. All right, guys? Don't wrestle with them. All right? That's the extent of my thoughts today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been a nice little reminder. Maybe it's reached someone just in time. And maybe you've heard something like this before. Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. In the meantime, be wise.